And it's time once again for Trust Matters, Real Estate and Estate Planning Solutions with Sean Robertson of Gateville Law Firm. They're located in Yorkville and online too at gatevillelawfirm.com. And we've got Sean Robertson in studio with us once again. How are we doing today, Sean?
Hey, I'm doing great today, Mike.
Excellent. Today we are focusing on a topic that involves aging parents in the state that maybe they're looking to sell real estate, and there are some specific steps we want to point them in the right direction so they're doing the proper things here. So where do we want to start?
Yeah, so basically we've kind of found that a lot of the people that are selling now are kind of doing so because they need to, where a lot of the people that have a 3% or lower interest rate are just sitting still until the rates fall. So this is kind of a topic that we deal with every day doing real estate and estate planning. So that's kind of what brought this to my attention.
So this is mainly for folks, parents, maybe over the age of 60?
Correct. Maybe they're unable to manage their property. Maybe they have a son or daughter that is their power of attorney. Maybe they're having some health or mobility issues and they need to sell their home. Or maybe even some of their parents have moved out of state or going to move out of state. And they need to think about what the next step is if they're going to sell their home at some point and they're out of country.
So there are, I believe, three main areas, right, you wanted to focus on today?
Yeah, correct. So the first thing is the legal authority. So a lot of times when you're selling a home and maybe you're dealing with real estate agents, you're dealing with title companies, and maybe even courts, you got to, number one, have the legal authority if you're going to sell. So typically that comes down to a power of attorney, and you need to be careful which title company you go through, because depending on a small title company, for instance, versus a large one, we typically use Fidelity National Title, have different approaches because powers of attorney for a lot of these title companies are a big area of liability concerns. So that's why I think it helps to have a law firm that understands these issues.
And then guardianship as well as a factor?
Yeah, correct. Because like we have a buy transaction now where it's a guardianship, meaning there's a court involvement where the sellers have to ask for permission from the court to sell the property. So with people aging, these are the issues that are kind of arising.
And these are types of things you want to take care of before you even put the home on the market.
Correct. And that's kind of why estate planning is important. A lot of times if you have your powers of attorney, trust in place, these guardianship and probate issues don't arise.
What about taxes and maybe some government benefits?
Yeah, so like whether you're buying or selling a property, you need a real estate law firm that understands capital gains taxes, because if you inherit a property or maybe your parents are thinking about adding you to title prior to the death, that's something that may not be a wise idea. Or maybe your parents are going to receive public benefits such as Medicaid, VA benefits, so the sales proceeds may affect eligibility. So these are the type of things, where seniors is kind of complicated. There's a lot of real estate, asset protection, and guardianship and estate planning issues all combined.
And then you get down to the fact, with this being family, parents, sons, daughters, there are some personal considerations too here.
Yeah, because with families, when parents start to age and maybe the parents are in an assisted living center or living with one kid, there's a lot of family dynamics that starts to play. So those are things that we're sensitive to because we deal with seniors on a daily basis.
All right, so what, if you had to list some steps that parents, aging folks should take, or maybe their sons and daughters, if they are in control of things here, what are the things that they should be doing?
Yeah, so maybe you're a parent that has a power of attorney, and if your power of attorney is really kind of like 10 years old, maybe it's a good idea to get something that is newer, so if a situation arises, the title company doesn't have some of the concerns of fraud, or maybe it's, you're buying a house or selling a house and the senior freeze or the senior exemptions and the homestead exemptions get more complicated when you're buying an old house from a senior, or maybe you're a senior. So these are the type of things that we can help you with.
Yeah, it's Gateville Law Firm. They are there to answer all of your questions and help make any process involving real estate planning nice and smooth so that you can have some peace of mind, and they'll take care of it for you. GatevilleLawFirm.com. They're in Yorkville. You can give them a call at 630-780-1034. And Sean Robertson and his team at Gateville Law Firm can take care of everything that you need when it comes to real estate and estate planning solutions.